Hello, today I'm gonna tell you a little bit about one of the English exams that I think is up to date with our current situation because it's computer based and it happens a couple of times a year. This is the one that is called Toefl. We have Ielts and Toefl, and Ielts is paper based and Toefl is mostly internet based. It's not even mostly, it's just computer based. The main difference, the time that you can use your certificate for, is both 2 years for TOEFL and for IELTS. If you want to do TOEFL, you should know the differences between the two, because mostly people know about IELTS because mostly IELTS is accepted in European universities, for example, if you want to study there. But both are internationally accepted. It's just that TOEFL is more American oriented. If we discuss it briefly, as I said, TOEFL is computer-based, IELTS is paper-based. TOEFL lasts for about 4 hours. It's because it's computer-based, I guess, and they give you more time to think and more time to practice and do the exercises. IELTS is approximately 3 hours long, so it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. Now, we have multiple choice questions in reading and listening for TOEFL, so it's multiple choice. And in IELTS, it's all different. It can be basically anything, but there are different types of questions in reading and listening. What's interesting is that in TOEFL, it's mostly North American accents. That's true. If you get yourself ready for TOEFL and if you're practicing and if you listen a lot to the audio recordings, they are mostly North American. Just you can hear them speaking in a North American accent, which is interesting. And in IELTS, there's going to be a lot of accents. It could be native accents, not specifically British or English or whatever. It could be anybody. I've heard Italian accents. I've heard Irish accents a lot. I have heard Australian, American, different types of accents. It could be any accent you can imagine. TOEFL, which is interesting because it's a computer-based test, it involves speaking tests that is based on recording. So when you do your speaking answer, you record yourself. And you just do it via computer and then you send your answer, so you don't talk to anybody when you do that. You talk to computer, you talk into computer, I would say, because the computer doesn't answer you, so there's no point in saying you talk to a computer. And the speaking test in IELTS, of course, has a real examiner who's going to ask you questions and sort of different things. And scores are from 0 to 120 for TOEFL, and scores are from 0 to 9 for IELTS. Now we're going to do a little bit of a different chart comparison here, just looking at it. So IELTS is based in UK, and TOEFL is based in USA. The timing we have discussed. Recorded by microphone. Basically that's yes about the speaking part. You will speak into a microphone in the computer. A grader will listen to your recorded answers and will grade you at a later date. The grammar here is not that good, but at some point. So when you record your answers for the speaking part, you will be listened to after you have sent all of the results. So people will be checking them online and listening to your audio maybe a couple of times if you need to, I guess. Takes about 20 minutes, the speaking part, and it has 6 questions. And speaking for IELTS is a little different. It's 12 to 14 minutes, so it's less. It takes place with a real person, has a brief introductory conversation. Whereas in TOEFL, you don't usually present yourself because you basically have written your name and such, and you mostly show yourself with writing and with speaking on a selected topic. For writing, there's both 2 tasks for those, but TOEFL 2 tasks are short essay on a given topic from 50 to 300 words, so the spectrum is quite large. And 2 tasks for IELTS include 200 to 250 words, short essay, and a summary of an analysis of an infographic. And for the writing part, there are 2 tasks for both. First one is an essay. It's the same, it's a short essay on a given topic. And the second one in TOEFL is summarizing information from a text in a lecture. You will have to either compare or synthesize conflicting information. So there's going to be for and against kind of positions, and you will either have to summarize them together or compare them to each other. And the writing part in IELTS is analyzing the infographic. And this is a really good test to check if you really need to do TOEFL or IELTS. So you just have to follow with the arrows after you answer the questions, yes or no. The first question, do you talk to a computer more than other human beings? If you answered yes, you take TOEFL. If you don't talk to your computer more than to the other human beings, then you should go through the whole test and then check if you should take IELTS or TOEFL. So good luck with your exam, and yeah.